The smell that older people often carry is not just because of age. It is actually a sign of aging the wrong way. And all it takes is washing the right spots, and that odor can disappear like it was never there in the first place. The surprising thing is, 99% of people have no idea that this smell is not something inevitable. It comes from a few very specific causes, and the amazing part is, you can totally control it just by cleaning the right areas properly. In today's video, I am going to break down why older bodies tend to have that distinctive smell, the deeper scientific reason behind it, and most importantly, a solution that is shockingly simple and incredibly effective. Before we dive in, drop a comment below with a positive affirmation. Something like a personal commitment to attracting good things into your life. For example, I feel fresh and confident every single day, or whatever your own intention might be. And do not forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss valuable content like this. Let's build a positive space together where anyone can live healthy, happy, and confident, no matter their age. Make sure to watch until the end of the video, because the solution I share at the end could truly improve your life, or the life of an elderly loved one, in just 1 week of applying it. So, where exactly does that distinct odor come from? It is not caused by poor hygiene, and it is not something that automatically comes with age. Behind it lies a quiet biological process that most people never suspect. First, dry mouth due to reduced saliva production. In younger people, the salivary glands work steadily, producing enough moisture to keep the mouth hydrated, support digestion, and flush out bacteria and food particles after each meal. But over time, as the body naturally ages, these glands begin to slow down. Older adults, especially those taking medication for blood pressure, diabetes, or depression, are more likely to experience chronic dry mouth without even realizing it. And this becomes the perfect breeding ground for bad breath. When the mouth lacks saliva, the bacteria that naturally live there are no longer kept in check. They multiply quickly, clinging to the tongue, between the teeth, around the gums, and even at the back of the throat. As they grow, they release sulfur compounds and smelly gases, which is what we know as that old person breath. What is sad is that the person affected usually cannot smell it themselves. They may just notice that people seem a little uncomfortable, talk less, or even keep their distance. Over time, this can lead to feelings of insecurity and withdrawal, and they have no idea why. Second, decreased sweat production. We tend to think of sweat as something dirty or unpleasant, but the truth is the opposite. When produced regularly and properly, sweat is actually a brilliant detox system that the human body has developed over millions of years. It is like a natural exhaust pipe, helping to remove waste and toxins from the body every day without us even knowing it. And this is exactly the reason why many older people start to develop a distinct odor without understanding where it is coming from. As we age, our sweat glands become less active. This not only makes our skin drier and more prone to flaking, but it also greatly reduces the body's ability to eliminate toxins through the skin. When those wastes are not flushed out, they build up beneath the skin, creating the perfect environment for bacteria to thrive. As the bacteria break down leftover fats and proteins, they release foul-smelling compounds that we recognize as the old person smell. The important thing here is that, unlike the strong odor from sweating after exercise, the scent that develops in older adults is more subtle but lingers longer, and it is much more noticeable in enclosed spaces. It is not overpowering, but it can definitely make people want to take a step back. And sadly, most older people have no idea that this change is happening. They just sense that their grandchildren are not as close as before, or that friends are keeping their distance, without ever knowing the deeper reason behind it. Third, changes in sebum. One of the biggest secrets, and also one of the hardest causes to recognize, behind the old person smell lies in the changes in our skin's natural oils, especially the production of a compound called 2-non-enol. This is the main culprit behind that signature odor that no perfume can truly cover up. In younger individuals, the sebaceous glands produce natural oils that help protect the skin, retain moisture, and create a biological barrier against bacteria. However, as we reach middle age and beyond, this process starts to shift. Due to oxidation and hormone decline, the glands not only produce less oil, but also change the composition of that oil. Specifically, the body starts to generate 2-non-enal, an oxidized form of unsaturated fatty acid. What makes 2-non-enal unique is that it only appears in people around 40 to 50 years old and above. It is completely absent in younger individuals. This compound has a smell that has been described as slightly pungent, like a mix of old paper and rusty metal. A very distinctive scent that is hard to describe, but unforgettable once experienced. And what is worse is that this odor is incredibly stubborn. It can cling to clothing pillows, blankets, and even linger in the air if the area is not properly cleaned. The problem is, non-enal does not just sit on the surface of the skin. It hides deep within the sebaceous glands, often in areas with folds or heavy oil production like the neck behind the ears, the chest, the back, and the scalp. So even if someone showers regularly, if they do not focus on these specific areas, the smell will still stick around, no matter how clean they think they are. Now that you understand the deeper causes behind the old person's smell, let's talk about how to eliminate it, naturally, effectively, and without the need for expensive products. 1. Wash 3 key areas thoroughly. The first area that often gets overlooked is the skin folds, places like the neck, armpits, groin, belly button, behind the knees, and the elbows. These spots easily trap sweat oils and dead skin cells. Older people tend to have looser, more wrinkled skin, which creates tiny creases. And those creases are the perfect hiding spots for bacteria if not cleaned well. Just imagine not washing your belly button for a few days. That alone gives you an idea of how one small missed area can lead to noticeable body odor. To clean these folds, you do not need to scrub harshly. Simply use a soft cloth or clean hand lather up with mild soap. Gently wash the folds and then rinse with warm water. The second area is where there is more body hair, like the armpits, chest, back, and scalp. Hair itself does not smell, but it traps sweat and oils, the two things bacteria love to feed on. The armpits especially contain apocrine sweat glands which produce sweat that is high in protein, making it even more attractive for bacteria. If not cleaned daily, the armpits can become a source of very persistent and strong odors. When showering, be sure to build a rich lather and gently scrub the armpits, chest, and back with a clean loofah, then rinse thoroughly with warm water. For the scalp, use a deep cleansing but gentle shampoo to remove built-up oils without drying out the skin. Drying your hair completely after washing is also important to prevent dampness, which can lead to odor and even fungal issues. Finally, the most underestimated yet strongest smelling area between the toes, the soles of the feet, and even the palms. These small areas are packed with sweat glands that are constantly active, especially when older adults wear shoes all day and their skin cannot breathe. If not washed and dried carefully, foot odor can become intense no matter how clean the rest of the body is. The solution is simple but powerful. Gently scrub the feet and between the toes with a soft brush and mild soap. Then dry each toe thoroughly. Soaking your feet in warm salt water or ginger water 2 to 3 times per week also helps eliminate odor while relaxing tired muscles. And one last key thing, make sure to dry your body thoroughly after every bath. Any leftover moisture on the skin becomes the perfect environment for bacteria and fungus to grow, which is why even if you bathe well, the odor can still come back if you do not dry off properly. Use a clean, soft towel to dry every part of your body, especially folds, private areas, and between the toes, where bacteria love to hide. If needed, use a hairdryer on a warm setting to ensure your skin is completely dry. 2. Maintain proper oral hygiene. First of all, brushing your teeth correctly and consistently every day is extremely important. For older adults, enamel is often thinner, gums are more sensitive, and dental issues are more common. That is why choosing a soft bristled toothbrush and a gentle toothpaste should be a top priority. Brush your teeth at least twice a day, once in the morning after waking up and once at night before going to bed. If possible, add a third brushing after lunch for even better results. When brushing, pay attention to all surfaces, inside, outside, and the chewing surface. Move the brush in small circles to avoid harming the gums. However, brushing alone is not enough. One of the places that harbor the most bacteria is actually the tongue. It collects bacteria plaque and leftover food, and if not cleaned daily, it becomes one of the main sources of persistent bad breath. Gently scrape your tongue using a tongue cleaner, or simply the back of your toothbrush if it has that feature. It only takes 15 to 30 seconds a day, but the difference it makes is huge. Another issue for many older people is dry mouth, caused by age medication or not drinking enough water. When the mouth is dry, bacteria grow more easily because saliva is the body's natural cleaning system. To solve this, you can try some simple but effective tricks. For example, chewing sugar-free gum helps stimulate saliva production. You can also suck on a small slice of fresh ginger. It freshens the breath, fights bacteria, and aids digestion. And always keep a water bottle with you. Take small sips throughout the day, not just when you feel thirsty. One more important habit: get dental checkups every 6 months. Older adults often have dentures, bridges, or gum problems they may not notice. Regular exams help catch and treat hidden infections, cavities, or bacteria, all of which could be the root cause of bad breath. 3. Clean personal items and living spaces. We often focus only on cleaning our bodies, forgetting that old person smell does not just come from the skin. It also lingers in clothing, personal items, and the very space we live in. Even if you scrub your body thoroughly, if you keep wearing sweaty clothes, sleep on unwashed sheets, or stay in a stuffy room, the smell will still be there and might even get worse over time. Clothing, especially underwear, absorbs sweat oils and dead skin cells every day. For older adults, slower metabolism means these substances stick around longer. Combined with 2-non-enol, the compound responsible for age-related odor, clothes can become serious odor traps if not cleaned properly. So changing underwear and clothes daily is a must. Choose breathable, washable fabrics like cotton and do not hang on to worn-out, stained clothes. They do not just trap smells, they also feel unhygienic to wear and to be around. Also, make sure to wash bed sheets, pillowcases and blankets at least once a week and dry them in the sun when possible. Pillows should be replaced every 3 to 6 months if you can. For those with oily sweat, place a thin towel over the pillow and change it daily. This keeps the pillowcase cleaner and prevents odor buildup. Your living space matters too. If an older person's room is always closed off with no sunlight and no air circulation, odors from the body mold and bacteria will get trapped in the curtains, furniture, and even the walls. That is why people often describe a unique, hard-to-name smell when entering an elderly person's home. The fix is simple but powerful. Open the windows at least twice a day for 10 to 15 minutes to let out stale air and bring in fresh air. If your home does not get much breeze, use an air purifier or dehumidifier to keep the air clean and dry. Here is another small but helpful trick. Use natural essential oils like lemongrass, eucalyptus, or peppermint to gently scent the room. Add a few drops to a diffuser or place a small bowl of essential oil in the corner. The pleasant scent not only helps reduce stuffiness, but also creates a calming, relaxing atmosphere. And do not forget about shoes, one of the most overlooked but smelliest items. Rotate your shoes daily and air them out after wearing. Change socks every day, wash them separately, and dry them in the sun if possible. A clean, dry pair of shoes helps older adults walk out the door with confidence, without worrying about odors following them. 4. Eat the right foods. Here is something not many people realize: your diet has a direct impact on your body odor, especially as you age. The body is like a chemical factory running non-stop. Everything you eat gets absorbed, processed, and released, partly through your sweat, partly through your breath. So if you choose clean, antioxidant-rich foods that help detox the body, you will smell fresher from the inside out. On the other hand, a poor diet full of strong-smelling or dehydrating foods can make body odor stronger and harder to mask. Focus on foods rich in antioxidants, since internal oxidation is one of the key reasons the body starts producing 2-nonenal, that compound behind the typical older adult smell. Foods like tomatoes, apples, berries, brown rice, green tea, turmeric, and garlic are packed with polyphenols and natural compounds that purify the blood, lower skin toxins, and reduce odor from sweat. Older adults should also eat more water-rich fruits and vegetables like cucumber, wintermelon, grapefruit, oranges, and lettuce. These foods not only promote urination and detoxification, but they also keep the skin hydrated, which helps minimize dryness that makes odor worse. When your body is hydrated and cleansed, your scent naturally becomes lighter and more pleasant. Fiber is also essential, found in leafy greens, chia seeds, oats, and lentils. It supports healthy digestion and prevents constipation, a hidden cause of toxin buildup that leads to body odor. In contrast, alcohol, coffee, and strong tea should be limited. While they may boost alertness, they also dehydrate the body and dry out the mouth, leading to stronger breath and body odors. Foods like red meat, greasy fried items, and raw garlic or onions also burden digestion and increase the release of smelly compounds. 5. Build healthy daily habits. In later life, staying fresh and odor-free is not just about what you eat or how you bathe. It also depends heavily on your everyday habits. Small, simple actions like drinking enough water, taking warm showers, or going for walks under gentle sunlight can act as natural remedies that purify your body, prevent odor, and bring a calm, refreshing energy from the inside out. Start with the habit of drinking warm water. As we age, our thirst response weakens. So many older adults do not drink enough water. This makes sweat and saliva production drop, leaving the body unclean and letting toxins build up, which eventually causes body and breath odors. Try to drink at least 6 to 8 cups of warm water a day, spread out into small sips even when you are not thirsty. Warm water helps circulation, boosts digestion, and soothes the body. Benefits that cold water does not offer to older people. Next, bathe properly and at the right temperature. Older skin is thinner and less oily, making it more prone to dryness and irritation. Hot water strips away natural moisture, causing cracks and worsening odor. The ideal temperature is between 100 to 104 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 38 to 40 degrees Celsius, warm enough to clean and open pores while keeping the skin hydrated. Bathe once a day in the late afternoon and take a warm soak for 15 to 20 minutes once a week to relax your body, improve circulation, and support detox through the skin. Lastly, never underestimate the power of walking under soft sunlight every day. Gentle sun exposure before 10 o'clock in the morning or after 4 o'clock in the afternoon helps the body make vitamin D, which strengthens bones and immunity and naturally stimulates sweating. This natural detox is vital, helping flush out excess compounds and reduce body odor. Just 20 to 30 minutes of walking under light sun daily can bring noticeable changes in both body and mind. Old person smell. It might sound simple, but in reality, it is the result of many quiet biological changes that build up over time. It is not something to be ashamed of. Instead, it is a signal, a gentle reminder for us to listen to our bodies and take better care of ourselves. From understanding the root causes, like reduced sweating, changes in natural oils, and dry mouth, to applying practical and science-backed solutions, eating well, maintaining good hygiene, staying active, and building daily healthy habits. All of these can help older adults noticeably reduce body odor in just a short amount of time. You do not need expensive products or major lifestyle changes. Just start with small, consistent steps each day. A clean, fresh body not only helps you feel better, but also brings confidence, comfort in social interactions, and a deeper sense of closeness with your loved ones. If you found this video helpful, leave a positive comment like "I deserve to feel healthy and fresh every single day," as a way to affirm your commitment to self-care starting today. And do not forget to tap the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your family and friends, so we can spread a lifestyle that is healthy, clean, and filled with love, especially in our golden years. Thank you for staying with me until the end of the video. Wishing you a life that is always fresh, confident, and full of joy as you embrace aging with care and love. I will see you again in the next video.